Hello everybody, my name is Saphy. Welcome back to another competitive battle analysis. Today we're facing Hugo with his salad stall team with a little splash of water and earth temtems. So key things here, I'm looking at either banning the Kinu or the Ukama. And I decided to go for the Ukama here. Just because he has priority with his high speed. And then he goes for the Cernif. And my goal is to get as many toxic temtems as possible. For him, I think that he's just trying to complete his salad stall team, which is the Cernif, Sako, and Kinu. He goes for the Saku here. I'm thinking Deceit Aura is the most frustrating ability to deal with. So I decided to get rid of it. And now I'm looking at his team, and the two temtems that I'm scared of most are the Kinu, obviously because the Kinu completes the salad stall, and also the Turok. On my side, I really want my Guileless to get through. Unfortunately, it does get banned out there, and he insta-picks his Kinu to complete the trio that is salad stall. I do pick the Barnshi here. I think he does good neutral damage against almost everything, and does effective damage against Nitrosil. I'm gonna pick Calibus for the remaining, and we're getting straight into it. And here I really think that the Cernif is going to be the most dangerous, just because of the WCL value, and also he does physical damage against my Valorant. Obviously Valorant gets special defense up and special attack down each time he uses Toxic. So I'm looking to gun down the Cernif here. I think he was thinking the same thing because he gets it out and brings in Kinu to try to start his salad stall. And both of these toxic attacks connect on the Kinu. Very unfortunately, he's just a sliver away from dying. Massive damage from the Sako on my Mashuk, bringing it down to just above 50% here. I'm thinking I really want to get this Mashuk out because he will 100% die from Tornado. Even with, as you can see, he does have the coat on. I'm also very scared of the beta burst, so I don't want to bring in the size much. So instead I bring in my size of my Barnshi here. Kinu's able to get his sacrifice off, and now the Sako is +3/+3, so the salad stall is real. Fortunately, the Barnshi is able to tank that Tornado. And go for a Nox Bomb. And once again, I'm just trying to get my special defense up against this Saku. Looks like he's going for salad stall technique using the Saku, just because it's strong against my toxic times. And here it brings in the Turok. And I realized that Tornado does almost no damage to both of these temtems. So Barnshi did a really good job of tanking, but now he doesn't have really good longevity. So I'm thinking about just taking him out here. I decided to bring in the Size Munch here, I believe. The Size Munch provides an advantage against the Turok, which is very nice. Go for another Nox Bomb on the Saku. Again, just trying to get my special defense up. And it is starting to whittle him down, although it is taking a hit on my stamina on my Volerand. Saku goes for the Life Sap, and Size Munch takes that Nox Bomb like a champ. And here I'm just gonna keep going at it, the Saku with my Nox Bombs. And the Size Munch isn't really threatened by anything on their side. I believe the Tornado would have done a decent amount. The Turok leaves, bringing in Nidrasil. And in-game, this actually really surprised me when they brought the Saku out. It actually gave my Size Munch a free heat-up. And that was huge for me here. Unfortunately for me, it actually brings in the Cernith in the Saku spot. And I just go for the Nox Bomb again. And now I'm 100% thinking about the Watercut and Lily just ripping up my Size Munch, so I decided to bring out Mashuk to tank that up. So Mashuk comes out, and WCL just barely does enough damage. It's just Sliver. And this Narcoleptic hit gave me a little bit of a scare just because of how much damage it did. And here I'm thinking my Mashuk is gonna die, so I'm just trying to get an Aeroshell off. And I do want to get rid of that Nidrasil as well, just because that Narcoleptic hit just does so much damage. And Nidrasil comes out, and here comes a Turok. And Cernith gets a bush off. At this point, Cernith and Saku are just insanely buffed up. Saku's +3/+3, and I believe the Cernith is actually +2/+2 at this point. And here I'm actually thinking about taking my Mashuk back out. Just kind of as, my Barn Sheep back out just to sacrifice. Or take up that WCL. But I'm thinking, is it worth sacrificing my Barn Sheep, or is it worth sacrificing my Mashuk at this point? And I decided that the Barn Sheep can tank it. Now watching this, Barn Sheep actually just tanks so much. It's actually insane. WCL bringing my Barn Sheep down to about 15% is crazy. And now the Cernith is +3/+2. And that Feather Gatling damage actually surprised me. So I'm thinking about trying to get my Volerand out, also because it's getting pretty low on stamina. I wanted to kind of restock my stamina here. And decide if he goes for another water kill with WCL to kill my Barn Sheep, then my Size Munch can come out on the other side scotch-free. Looks like Cernif actually leaves, bringing in the Saku, who is now full HP with Lifeless Sap proc still running. He takes the tornado like it's nothing. I think it actually does less damage than one tick of Lifeless Sap. Seismic, of course, takes the Feather Gatling. Does bring my Seismic down to about 55%. And here I want to get rid of the Turok. And melee actually does neutral damage to everything on his team now. So I'm just gunning at the Turok because everything that will be hit will take a good chunk of damage. And I don't think the Barnshee can take another hit, so I bring out the Kala. Then here comes the Cernif. And now the Cernif is now 100% +5 defense. The Saku now has +5 defense, +3 special. And the Cernif is +5 defense and +2 special. Some pretty insanely tanky Tems here. I know my uppercut is not going to do anything, so I go for a Dimbuk on Cernif, hoping it'll die. Looks like it does. Very fortunate because if WCL had actually gone off on Seismic, that would have been a kill. This Tornado, on the other hand, is insane damage. And Toxic Ink comes out. And the poison almost does double the damage of my actual hit. Power of +5. So now he's down to his last 3. Saku, Nichisil, and Turok. So at this point, I go for Nichisil because I believe the Saku is going to be easier to deal with because he's going to try to kill off as many times as possible, but he is starting to run low on the stamina. I think another wind ability is coming out, so I decided to switch out the Calibus for the Barnshee here. And I'm not really too sure if he had allergic spread or not, but that would have definitely killed the Barnshee. Unfortunately, my Barnshee has 9 lives. He's the owl with 9 lives here. I go for a Beta Burst just because I do think that it does good neutral damage against Nigercell, and also does good damage against Turok just in case he does come out. And sure enough, it brings the Turok back. And the uppercut, along with the Beta Burst, takes care of the Turok here. The Wind Burst comes out, and that's the death sentence for my Seismic. Seismic ended up doing some solid work. So I'm looking at his Tems, and no one's really good against Valorant, so I decided to just bring him back out. And at this point, I'm just trying to get rid of Nigercell so I can solely deal with Saku. I'm thinking Feather or the Hyperkinetic. And at this point, the Hyperkinetic is just a waste of stamina. I decided to go on a Tornado here, just to make sure he dies, and just continue my Nox Bomb bombardment on the Saku here. The Saku is at very low HP stamina, so I'm pretty confident that this Nigercell is going to die. But I really wanted to get the secure kill, and so there goes Nigercell. And there goes my Nox Bomb. He rests, and at this point, I know all I need to do is make sure the Saku never has stamina. So I just keep EMing him here. And this Banshee is a god. Survives yet another hit. Insane. And I think that was the last straw. You'll see. There we go. 1167 TMR. And there's the V. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed the content. Please like and subscribe and comment. And I'll see you in the next analysis.